So we're just going to go over the different dice cuts and knife cuts for a bâtonnet, a brunoise, and a julienne. And I'm going to use a carrot this time. Carrots are a little harder to work with because they're kind of a hard, dense item. So any of these cuts we're going to do, we're going to start with about a 2.5 inch piece of carrot. I washed these carrots thoroughly, but I did not peel them. And the reason why is I'm going to square them off. So my first step is to put my knife tip down and start by trying to create a flat surface so my carrot isn't rolling around. Then I'm going to go ahead and do that again and roll it over, do it again and roll it over, do it again, and try to create somewhat of a square, okay? If you wanted to be perfect, you would get it exactly a square. Then we're going to go ahead and make a bâtonnet, which is 1/4 by 1/4 by 1/4 by 2.5 inches. So I'm going to put my fingers down and make a cut straight down, looking down as well as I can over my actual cut and trying to create a 1/4 inch plank. These are called planks. Okay, this one should be a little thinner. I might hold on to that one. This is a 1/2 inch and I'm going to show you a little thicker one there. So we have our planks. Now, because this is a denser product, it's a little harder to stack planks when they're thicker, but you could maybe do 2 if you have a nice sharp knife and you feel pretty comfortable with it, or just do 1 at a time. And we're going to make another 1/4 inch cut. And this is our baton, our bâtonnet, okay? From there, if I were to lay them in this direction and go a 1/4 inch again, this would be what a recipe would call a small dice, 1/4 by 1/4. This is a small dice, okay? Now, to do a julienne is really thin. It's like 1/8 of an inch in thickness. So to do that, I'm going to make that little tunnel that I do to get through this piece. And I have about 1/8 of an inch here. And from there, I'm going to make another 1/8 inch cut, or try to. Maybe even thinner would be good. And then if I were to dice this into 1/8 inch by 1/8 inch by 1/8 inch, this would be considered a brunoise cut. When would you use this? You would use this for like garnishing, a salad or something like that. You probably wouldn't want to boil it because it would just dissolve into the food. So we've got a small dice and a brunoise there. To do what a recipe might call a medium dice, let's start again with a section of our carrot and square it off. So a medium dice would be a 1/2 inch by a 1/2 inch by a 1/2 inch. So a little bit bigger, okay? And then make a 1/2 inch cut, lay it sideways, and make your 1/2 inch again. This would be closer to a medium dice. And then a large dice would be more of a 3/4 inch by 3/4 inch by 3/4 inch. So a large dice might look a little bit more like this. It's good to know these terms, and just remember that cutting things evenly makes cooking better. Everything will cook correctly if we cut everything in the same size that we want it to be. So we have brunoise, small dice, medium dice, large dice, and it all starts by creating a plank, then a bâtonnet, and then laying it like a belt and creating your dice. Bon appetit.